Right, so the way the examiner will introduce the subject is, I'm a train driver. In other words, he's phase 2. He'll either have his test in 10 days time, or we'll run with the scenario today that I'm a full licence holder and I've got an assessment next week, and on this assessment, if I pass it, I'll get a better car, yeah?
Right.
But, you know, this is the only lesson I'm going to get. So this is the only chance today, if I am making any errors, to get them corrected. So this assessor who's doing this is really, really strict on pedestrian crossings and use of signals by indicator only, yeah?
Yes.
So that means we're not going to be covering hand signals on this, yeah?
Yeah.
And the reason he's very strict on that is that where the office is based, there's loads of roundabouts, there's loads of pedestrian crossings. So today, what I want you to look at is pedestrian crossings and the use of signals by indicators only, yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
Any questions?
No. I presume we won't need a brief, we'll just go and drive.
No, so...
but I will introduce that.
So, if you think about Q&A,
yeah,
especially when we get in around the pedestrian crossing area, and don't forget, it's not only pedestrian crossings, it's pedestrians and pedestrian crossings, yeah?
Yeah, pedestrians
so,
anywhere.
Pedestrians can be a problem anywhere. So, it's up to you to kind of try and really get inside my head. You know, do I know what the zigzag line means? Do I know how to recognise a pedestrian crossing? Do I know the difference between pedestrian crossings?
Yeah.
Pelican and puffin.
Okay.
Yeah. Right, we have the very latest pedestrian crossings down here. We have the latest puffin crossings down here. I don't know if you've seen them in your area, but when we go down the high street, you'll see them. They've got quite a large box on them, and as soon as somebody presses the button, right next to the button, a red light will come on. Just a small circular red light, yeah? So that will tell you that the button's been pressed. So if that little red light's not on, that crossing will not really be a problem to me unless somebody runs out onto it, yeah? But I know the light's not going to change because the button hasn't been pressed, yeah?
So the driver sees the red button if it's been pressed.
Yep. The box will be facing towards me. The box on the right hand side of the road will be facing towards me. In the same way, if I come up to the old type Pelican crossing, and we have got one or two of them, and I will take you past them. If somebody presses the button on the old type box, the yellow wait sign comes on, yeah?
Pelican, yes.
That's the one with the flashing amber, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
So on the puffin crossing, it's the normal traffic light sequence.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of people try and recognise them by the cameras on top, but that's not... That doesn't work down here anymore, because even the old puffin crossings have got the box on the top.
Well, if it's got a camera or a box on the top, it means it's not a Pelican.
No, that's not actually true, really. If you have a look when we drive around, I will actually point it out to you. We have got two old type puffin crossings along Station Road here, and they both have cameras on top. Yeah.
Pelican though, they don't.
Yeah, they're both Pelican crossings, and they both got cameras on top. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know what the purpose of the cameras are.
Right, maybe to catch people who go, drivers who go beyond.
I don't know.
That's fair enough.
But the way to recognise them is by the boxes, so I will actually talk to you about that as we come to it, yeah?
Okay.
Right, so if you just tell me to set myself up as normal.
Well, I I would normally ask you, do you recognise? How would you recognise? How would you recognise? Those are my sort of brief type questions. Yep. But we've gone beyond that. No,
right, so set you up. Go on, ask me then. How would I recognise?
Oh, thanks, Tony. I'll take your lesson. So tell me, how would you recognise a crossing, pedestrian crossing?
Oh, I sometimes see a sign, don't I?
Yes, that's right.
I mean, I passed my test 20 years ago, so I went out and bought a copy of the Highway Code the other day and had a quick read through it.
Okay.
And those zebra ones, those black and white things on the road.
Yes.
I can recognise them by those pollution beacons. Is that what they're called?
Pollution beacons. Yeah. That's right.
It's a big word, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Any other crossings?
Yeah. I found that a lot of them have got these zigzaggy lines on approach to them. Yeah.
That's right. Not all, but yes, they do.
Yeah.
And do you know what they're for? The zigzags.
Oh yeah, I'm not allowed to park, am I?
Well, you're not allowed to park. That's right. You're not allowed to wait either on those zigzag crossing, those zigzag lines. The idea of those zigzags is to create a space, which means that the driver can see everything that's going around the crossing, but also gives the pedestrian place and space to see approaching vehicles. So
right,
that clear.
Yeah.
And you can't park on there, but certainly you shouldn't be waiting on there either.
Yeah, so don't give me too much information. Try and find out what I know. Yeah. So obviously we're not going to sit here too long trying to find out what I know.
That's right. 2 to 3 minutes.
So don't forget, it's 2 subjects, and a lot of people tend to forget about the signal element of the subject.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any question you want to ask me about signals?
No. It's just to confirm it's purely by indicator, not by arm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, so I've got to do this.
So you set yourself up.
I've got to do this SSSM, haven't I?
Oh, all right. You're short of knowledge there. Okay.
Sorry?
You're short of knowledge in that one. All right then.
Well, 20 years ago, that ain't bad, is it? That's different with the fund licence holder. Don't be picky, yeah. If he remembers SSSM,
yes,
after 20 years.
So we don't want to say DHSSM.
No, don't correct him. He's done flipping well, hasn't he? Yeah.
Okay,
yeah?
I'll try and remember that.
In the same way, if I do a bit of overarm steering, leave it alone, yeah?
Yes, but I'd want you to hold on to the buckle when you get the belt, because otherwise you could break the window. But you set that up, then you're good. Got that.
All right.
Hand on the wheel. Check. What can you see out the? What can you see through the centre mirror?
Oh, I can see the top and bottom of the back window and the edge of my headrest, the edge of yours.
Okay, camera as well. And on the left, right mirror.
I can see 10% car and the rest down the road.
Down the left.
And the same.
Okay then. Would you like to prepare to move? I'll leave you to this one.
And we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left at the end of the road. I should have clarified as well that this is a crossing where pedestrians cross, not just pedestrian crossings.
All right, yeah.
So we're looking at any pedestrians which might cross the road.
And we're going to turn left.
At the end of the road, we turn left, Tony. Do what?
No, just leave it to it.
Oh, you know, it blocked it up.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Life, innit?
Won't clear unless the Daewoo goes.
That woman's going to have a heart attack in a moment if he doesn't calm down.
Yeah. God blimey. That was a left and then a right.
Yeah, it's BMW driver. Don't forget they're allowed to change their mind, aren't they?
So Tony, I wasn't sure at that junction there whether you were looking up the left here, where you're going. Do you to make sure you identify pedestrians and what they might mean to you as you enter this new road.
Oh, was there any pedestrians there?
There's one on a bicycle, or there's two pedestrians walking on a curb, and they might well have just crossed the road, but they didn't.
So, is that pedestrian there a problem to me then?
Not the way he was walking, no. Got a golden retriever. This one might be.
Alright.
What might you expect he would do?
Well, he might look over his right shoulder and jog out in front of me, won't he?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
He'll have a bandage around his other leg if he does, won't he?
Yes. About around here. Actually, that's anticipation.
And we're going to turn left. The second by the red car.
Okay. You turn left at the next left turn.
And we're going to turn left.
Turn left at the next.
Hope you notice the way I'm signalling around these parked cars and back in again. I've been really driving really well today. Now we're going to turn right. Been on my best behaviour.
Because that's appreciated. You're doing well.
Am I?
Oh, well, if you check in your mirrors when you pass around the cars.
And we're going to turn left.
And turn left at the next.
There's no car around, so I don't need to indicate here, do I? Did I?
Oh, I see. Yeah, well, you do need. You're turning left, and there was a pedestrian there. But anyway, you're turning left. You need an indicator as you go left. Yes. Oh.
Why is that?
Because you're telling by your indicator, you're telling your pedestrians in the vicinity that you're turning left.
Yeah, the pedestrian was a long way off, though, wasn't he? And
well, he might have wanted to jog across the road, and he needs to know where you're going.
I suppose, just as I get near the mouth of the junction, a car could appear at the junction, couldn't it?
Yes, it could, and you wouldn't have seen that. You wouldn't have seen around that hedge because they were hedges.
And we're going to turn right.
We're going to turn right at the end of the road.
So I'm going to do that now.
Tony, you indicated late there. But carry
Did
on
I?
there. Yeah. You want to?
What do you mean by late?
Well, you want to indicate about 5 or 6 car lengths before the junction.
Indicator come back in.
And when you go around parked vehicles, you don't need to indicate because that would be confusing to other drivers and other road users.
Oh, I thought it'd be helpful.
Oh, well, it isn't helpful. It used to be helpful, but no longer. You don't park vehicles. You don't indicate left. To the right and then to the left.
So how would that be confusing then?
Well, some people might think if you indicate right as you approach the vehicle, they might think you're turning right.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
And similarly, going back in, they might think you're pulling into a driveway.
But I have to indicate here because I'm crossing the centre line, haven't I?
No, you don't, because there's no one here who's going to benefit. Crossing the centre line, that's a parked car, so you don't indicate. Crossing the centre line, you don't need to indicate.
So how do I let these people behind me know that I'm going to pass that parked car then? And we're going to turn right.
Well, turn right at the end of the road, you're going to indicate. You show that by the position of your car.
Oh,
You change your position early. Where have I seen this place before? You move your position early enough to show them that you are going to turn.
Right.
But you always precede that with a check on the mirrors to see that they are behind you.
Oh yeah, it's not a big problem with the mirrors.
Yeah. So as you move, you then move your position to show that you're going to pass the park.
And we're going to turn right.
Turn right at the end of the road.
So I'll put a signal on about now.
No, now. Still, I should have checked you there.
Am I indicating too late then?
You are too late, and I'm not correcting you at the right time. So you want about 5 or 6 car lengths before you actually turn.
Right, I'll try that in the next one. 5 or 6 car lengths, yeah?
Yes. That's a general rule of thumb. Sometimes you're not able to if the road is not long enough. But general rule of thumb, 5 to 6 car lengths in a 30-mile-an-hour zone.
So we're going to take the next turning to the left.
Take the next turn on your left.
So 5 or 6 car lengths. That's plenty of time, isn't it?
Well, no, that's 5 or 6 car. That's about 10 to 15 car lengths. You might confuse someone. They might think you're stopping. So, and what's the consequences of having someone come behind you confused to think that you're going to stop? What might a car behind you do?
They might overtake me, won't they?
They might overtake you. And then you stay on the road, and then they remain on them. They're overtaking you, and then they collide with a car oncoming.
Right, so
very dangerous.
So just coming out of road a minute.
Yep.
Obviously, I'm having a bit of trouble judging 5 or 6 car lengths, haven't I?
Yeah, you are.
I am, yeah.
You are.
It's gone from 1 car length to about 20 car lengths, yeah.
Indeed.
So you need to nail the problem, because I have now obviously shown I've got a problem with
I've got to
judgment.
tell you when to put the indicator on.
And then I might have an idea what 5 or 6 car lengths is, yeah? Yeah?
Yes.
And obviously the reason why I pushed you on the indicators for the parked cars
is because I hadn't picked it up previously.
Well, no, it's I'm going to push you with that. I'm always going to play with that anyway.
Yes, yes.
I'm going to say to you, okay, yeah, I understand why I don't indicate to overtake parked cars. But then if I have to cross the white line, I'm going to play up with that.
Yes.
And basically what I'm hoping is that you're not going to back down, yeah?
Yes, yes. So in other words, I've got to know my stuff for me not to back down.
Yeah. I'm on the trouble of stopping, and then they stop me.
His judgment might not have been good enough for that gap you left him. So
now we're going to turn left.
We're going to turn left at the end of the road now. You want to indicate now.
All right, that's about 5 or 6 car lengths.
That's about 5 or 6 car lengths.
Oh, I think I was using bus lanes or.
Yes, yeah, that's possible. I mean, the buses are longer than cars, right? Bit of humour there.
Yeah, there's no harm having a bit of humour with them, is there?
I'm not wearing the congratulations to you for wearing humour. I'm just looking at you from the instructor point of view.
Yeah, there's no harm having a bit of humour with them.
I didn't see you say hello to that chap with the lights on.
No, that's my neighbour.
Fair enough.
If I don't say hello to him, he'll moan at me on Facebook later on.
I don't talk too much about pedestrian crossing. The pedestrians here, particularly there's a door open there, but you managed that okay. I'm glad you're not indicating.
Right, there you are there, look, on the left, on the scooter. Yeah.
Right, but you've seen that, I could mention it.
Yeah, I've seen it because I pointed it out to you, yeah?
It's phase 2.
Yeah.
And you're dealing with it, okay. I could ask you a question about those 2 children. What do you expect those 2 children to do?
Exactly.
Okay, phase 2 on that.
Yeah, obviously the pedestrians, the parents behind them were no problem to me, yeah?
Yeah.
But the fact they're on these 2-wheel scooters,
That's the danger.
Yeah, they can get to me quite easy, yeah?
Yes, yes. That's true. That was good. You see, as you moved over to pass the parked cars there, you checked your mirrors and you didn't indicate. You didn't confuse anyone there.
Yeah, I used my position, didn't I?
Yes, you did. So that was wonderful. Nice to see that sort of working out. You picked it up quickly, though.
Yeah, I'm sure when I learned to drive, my instructor told me to indicate for all these parked cars. I mean, it was 20 years ago, but...
yeah, well, send him over to me.
I will. He's probably dead by now.
Alright.
Well, I'll send him over anyway.
Yeah.
I think I know where his ashes are. And we're going to turn left.
Turn left at the end of the road.
So we indicated that now.
That's good.
About 5 or 6 rounds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's about 7 that one, but that's fine.
Don't be so picky. What length of cars are you using then? I'll use the smart cars, alright?
And that was good cancellation at the right time because you had a car behind you thinking you might turn into a driveway, so you cancelled just the right time there. And here you've got to if you signal there, they might think that you're going to go into a driveway over there.
Oh, I think I've got this. I've got this now about signalling around parked cars, yeah?
I'll leave that to you then.
I don't know how I got away with that.
Keep an eye on you though.
I don't know how I got away with that the last 20 years. I didn't have any accidents, but I suppose I might have caused a few. Oh, that's a crossing coming up, isn't it?
It's a crossing.
What kind of crossing is that?
Right. That looks like, we don't know, it's probably a puffin crossing, that one with the box in the top. But we couldn't be sure
Pelican.
because...
What kind of crossing is this?
This one be a pelican as well.
Yeah. So, the good question is, what's the first thing you're going to do on approach to this crossing, Tony? What's the first thing I should be doing?
What's the first thing you got to do on approach to the crossing?
Check my mirror, isn't it?
No, that's true. Which one?
Interior mirror.
Yes.
This is one of the zebras, isn't it?
It is.
I see those Venetian bacon things.
Okay,
There's
all
only
done.
one of them working now, isn't it?
All done.
And we're going to turn right.
We're going to turn right at the end of the road, at the roundabout. Now look.
So, don't worry, I can actually merge, yeah?
Yeah, I was trying to say.
Right, what you want to start doing now is you want to start getting in and giving me some questions, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, so what's this pedestrian going to do in the centre of the road? Because she's lost it, she's not taken that island.
Oh, it's a safe haven.
Okay, safe
If she was at the middle of that safe haven, would I stop?
No, you wouldn't stop, but you would keep an eye on her, but she looks safer there.
Somebody's pressed the button, like, see that little
so
red light you were talking about?
there. So drive carefully, slowly towards. You wouldn't need to stop for those pedestrians on the left here, those two, because they hadn't stepped onto the road. Yeah.
Well, they shouldn't step on the road, should they?
Well, if they did, you'd have to stop.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because they're in danger. You know the rules.
That's a puffin crossing ahead, isn't it?
Pardon?
That's a puffin crossing ahead, isn't it?
It's looks like a puffin crossing ahead. So yes, it is. It is. You've got the red light.
Yeah.
It is.
And
that confirms it. It's not a flashing amber light.
Right, we're going to turn left. Now those zigzag lighting things, isn't it?
That's correct.
So I mustn't.
Turn left at the next turn. Turn left.
Yeah. So I mustn't park it in them zigzaggy things, eh?
That's right. That's quite right.
And
go through those things with you.
Is there anything else I mustn't do, or is that it?
With the zigzag lines, well, you certainly wouldn't want to speed up as you approach the pedestrian crossings. You wouldn't speed up. And if you needed to stop, you'd have to stop at the line, not over the line. That's dangerous to pedestrians.
So it's okay to overtake an approach within those zigzags.
It is not you can't overtake either on approach.
Right, so if you notice, I'm having to give you the answers here.
Yes.
What you want to try and do is get them answers out of me, but because you're not asking the questions,
you're telling me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now we're entering an area here where there's lots of shops. So what can you expect in this area?
Oh, a lot of shoppers.
A lot of shoppers. Will they be on bicycles, in cars, or on foot? You think?
Oh, a mixture, I suppose.
Yes. So what are you looking out for in this one? Looking at pedestrians. You've got two on the right there.
I don't run that guy in uniform way, do I?
Just short of this line.
Oh, short of the line.
You've got, okay, there you go.
The handbrake on, isn't it?
Yeah. You've got children, keep a very close eye.
Yeah, I'm waiting because they're standing there, aren't they?
Well, they are, and they are children, but wait, okay, they can proceed. Keep a very close eye, proceed. Technically, they're off the pedestrian crossing.
Yeah, turning left.
They're turning left at this road. They're off the pedestrian crossing, but they are children, so you can pay extra attention to them.
And we're going to turn left.
We're going to turn left at the end of the road. Even here you're getting a good view. What are you looking for now?
Oh, I'm looking
as you end,
see if I can emerge at the junction.
Yeah, you're approaching this new road. Okay.
Oh, it's a crossing there, isn't it?
Yeah, to your left. If you look to your left, okay, you're seeing that early, right? And
so, yeah, some good questions will be, and where is it important to stop, Tony? Oh, it's important that it's important to stop at a stop line, yeah. And why is that important? Because we did actually mention the line a few minutes ago.
Yes.
But why is it important we don't stop over the line? Oh, it's important we don't stop over the line because if I put the front of the car onto the crossing and the pedestrian wants to cross, I could be blocking the crossing, or they might not see my car and they might trip over it, especially for a blind pedestrian. And plus, I could end up with 3 points and a £60 fine, couldn't I?
Yes, yeah, that's good. So let's fill a park, and up ahead, you see a crossing?
I do, yeah.
Okay. And the light is red, but where would you...
So there's not... Yeah,
where would
go
you
ahead.
stop?
Oh, I'll stop at the stop line, wouldn't I?
You see that line? It's worn. You might think it's a broken line, but in fact
we're
it's a
going
stop line. We're going to go left at the end here. Sorry, not left. We're going to go left here. Okay, and as you turn, just have a look up, see if there's any pedestrian activity.
No.
We're going to carry the road around.
And we're going to turn left.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll tell you where we're going, yeah?
Okay, turn left. Now,
Oh, this is a crossing, and I have to stop here,
This
isn't
is
it?
a crossing.
Oh,
Well,
I'll just wave her across, shall I?
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Right, so obviously you're having to be reactive here now because
Because you're well ahead now.
because you've never mentioned the fact that you must not beckon a pedestrian across, yeah?
Yes.
As soon as that
What else
pedestrian...
might you do?
Just let me finish.
Yeah.
As soon as that pedestrian comes into view, then you want to get in there with that question and phrase it whatever way you like, as long as you're not giving me the answer.
Yes.
Would it be okay to beckon this pedestrian across? Oh, no. And if I say yes, well, what would the danger of beckoning a pedestrian across?
Right.
Oh, well, I'd get them out of the way quickly, wouldn't I? Now I'm going to turn right.
Going to turn right at the end.
But then you need to then tell me that, yeah, well, I might get them out of the way quickly, but I could also get them run over. Yeah, don't worry about the merge, I can handle that. You watch me, yeah? So they could actually get run over by a vehicle coming the opposite way, yeah?
Yes, yes.
See, my merge is not that bad. I haven't killed you yet, have I?
No.
But don't worry.
No, thank you for that.
But don't worry, there's plenty of time. There's loads of airbags in here, don't worry. If I get it wrong, you'll hear the bang. And George, we're going to turn left.
We're going to turn left at the roundabout, Tony. Now, look ahead. See, are there any crossings visible?
Oh, yeah.
In the new road?
I see lots of pedestrians hanging around the corner here as well.
Okay, and what will you do if one steps onto the road?
I'd have to stop, wouldn't I?
You certainly would. If they're standing on the pavement, on the curb, and not stepping on the road, what would your action be?
Oh, I'll just go with caution, yeah?
Yes, it would.
Check my mirror and just keep going, wouldn't it?
Yeah, very good.
Oh, is that... Oh, I can see the boxes, they're puffins, isn't they? I don't think it's any good me letting him through here because he wants to reverse in, doesn't he?
So, can you identify a crossing ahead?
Yeah, it's one of those, I see the box with the
box at the top, so
puffin.
It should be a puffin
I'll put
crossing.
my foot down and get through there quickly in case they change.
As you approach the crossing, you had to approach with caution because the lights might change. You might need to stop.
Alright.
Yeah. So you would. What would the consequences be if you if you accelerated towards the crossing, then the light's changed.
Oh, I'd have to stop really quickly,
You
wouldn't
have
I?
to slam on your brakes or sort of stop quickly. But what are the possibility of the car behind hitting you?
Yeah, he was quite close, wasn't he?
It was close. So you've got to be cautious with this. So approaching any hazard, especially pedestrian crossings or pedestrians crossing the road, you need to be really cautious.
Now we're going to turn right.
You're going to turn right in the next turn.
But if I stop, he has to be able to stop behind me, isn't he? It's his fault if he runs at the back of me.
But you should actually. I mean, he should be able to stop, but you reduce the chance of him stopping, and you'll hit the back of the car, and that would be a problem. Well, be a damage, and perhaps someone be injured.
Right.
So how will you know what to do when you approach a crossing? Either a pedestrian crossing or a pedestrian crossing.
Well, if it's a light control crossing, I check my mirror.
Yeah.
And I just ease off the gas very, very slightly, just a little bit.
Yeah.
A zebra crossing, do I need to do the same?
Well, yes, you do. And also, if you've got a pedestrian standing on the side of the road,
we're going to turn right.
You're going to turn right.
No,
again.
I'm saying with a zebra crossing, do I need to do the same? Do I need to check my mirror and slow down?
Yes, all of those things. You have to do that with any.
But what about if I see a zebra crossing and there's nobody standing anywhere near it?
Well, then you can move on. But the crossing might be partially hidden by bushes, and then a pedestrian appears from behind a bush and walks straight. Turn left at the end. Turn right at the end. Sorry.
Right, sorry. Yeah. So if it's a zebra crossing, and I can see clearly to the left and to the right,
yes.
Do I need to slow down?
No.
Right.
You don't have to.
That's good.
But again, be wary as you approach any crossing that something untoward that you would not have foreseen might happen.
Yeah. He's talking about if he pops that question in, he's talking about a zebra crossing where he's got a clear view of the road. He can see right up the pavement on the left, right up the pavement on the right.
Yep.
And obviously with them, he doesn't really want to be lifting off the gas, covering the brake, does he?
No, you don't have to slow. But again, the caution is important. I'll emphasise that with him. This is a very small gap. I was remarking out of roll.
But he's very, very hot in Luton.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that they do use these new puffing systems with the boxes. He doesn't want to be told to be lifting off the gas and covering the brake if the red light's not on. Yeah. So if that little red circle of light's not on, he knows that nobody's pressed the button. So he doesn't want you telling him anything differently. Yeah.
Okay.
I suppose pedestrians cross anywhere, can they?
I've been talking about that. You're quite right, but you did the right thing. I'll compliment you on that. She went across the road. She saw you, but she went across the road. She knew her rights.
Yeah, I know.
So that you did the right thing.
I don't know a choice there unless I decide to kill the dog and the pedestrian.
Right. Can you identify crossing ahead?
I can.
Right.
Check my mirror.
Check your mirror. What type of crossing is this?
It's flashing amber. Oh, I can't remember what it is. I mean, I've got to stop.
But no, it's a pelican crossing.
Come on, push me or say no.
Pelican.
Keep moving.
No, keep moving, though cautiously. Keep moving.
Turn right.
You're going to turn right at this junction.
Go on, I can handle the right hand turn. You carry on talking.
Okay. It's a pedestrian crossing. It's similar to other pedestrian crossings in terms of you approach cautiously.